Bhakti is an exclusive flow of loving consciousness towards God that results in a deep feeling of belonging and which is expressed in seva and removes every suffering. Because if you know that your life belongs to Him and that everything in your life is just to serve Him and everything that comes, good or bad, is just to get closer to Him, then suffering becomes a very relative reality. There's a similar sentiment which many great saints have spoken of, like if you take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has in his Sikshastakam, he says, life after life, let me remember you, let me serve you. So he's not asking for liberation, he's not asking for moksha, he's not asking to not come back to this world, he only asks, let me remember who I am, let me remember that I serve you. Kula Shekhar Alvar, where every night we sing the Mukunda Mala Stotram, the garland for Lord Krishna, he keeps on also repeating this sentiment. Now in the 5th verse, for example, when he sings, I have no interest in just fulfilling dharmic principles to be a good person, nor in the collection of wealth, nor in the passion and making love. For what has decided by you, and for what are the consequence of my actions will always come to me in the form of karma. But I do have one soulful prayer to you. My Lord, in this birth and in all the births that follow, let me have unwavering devotion to your lotus feet. Nothing else. I don't want anything else. I don't want women, I don't want gold, I don't want pleasures, I don't want anything, I just want devotion. Devotion, and the devotion is expressed by service. The devotion creates a sense of belonging. The devotion removes all suffering. That is that request which every devotee has, which we have, and what Guruji is here to awaken in us constantly. So the last few weeks we have been in Italy doing a tour through all the sanghas, having 3 darshans in the north, in the center, in the south. It was very intense. For those who have been here in the morning, have heard the satsang from Swami Akash, hours and hours of traveling, how many people he met, constantly on the road, like constantly on the road. And it was amazing to see how he is the servant of the servant. He's constantly just going to the people, reminding them of this one truth. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember what your purpose in life is. He goes to individual houses. Like after the program is already packed like this, somebody comes to him and says, Gurudev, could you please come and bless my house? Okay. We make a stopover in that house. Make a stopover in that house. He goes everywhere, blesses everybody, speaks with everybody, unites everybody, and shows them that they belong to him. And he belongs to them. And it was so interesting because, as you know, Sangha is not always the most unified thing, even though it's a principle of Sangha is to be unified, but if you are in a Sangha, you know that sometimes Sanghas are not unified. And so it's also some realities in the Italian Sanghas, they're also not all unified. Some are actually very much separated. And even though in the car you might feel that he's not happy about that. Yeah, he's like saying, why we have to go to this Sangha and then to this Sangha, and why they are not working together, why they are not. You can see that he is actually not happy about it. But then he will still go to every individual Sangha, and he will not bash them, how bad you are. No, he will just shower his love on them. He might say some statements between, where if you're intelligent enough, you understand that this is not the right spirit, and it will not get you actually to what he wants to bring you. But still, he will go there. There's one Sangha that was I was really perplexed, because we were flying from one place to the next place, sleeping just 2 hours at night, first night, 3 hours the second night, and just traveling. And we came to this place where, again, there was a big separation in the Sangha. And he asked me in the car, does person X come? And I said, to my knowledge, no. Because just in short, to give an overview, how childish it is on his perspective. Yeah? If the highest purpose is to serve God, to be his devotee, to be happy, to be fulfilled in that, there's a couple which separates each another. And now the guy goes together with another girl, which is also from the Sangha, but from a different family. So now the families are like as if there's war, as if nothing of Guruji, nothing of Bhakti Marga, nothing of the higher truth exists anymore. And that goes on for years. And you might sit there and think that is childish, which it is, but it is a reality. You can forget so easily what is really the point of life, no? And I can tell you, we have tried many things sometimes to consolidate the people. And, well, as human, you get to a point where you're just like, you know what? It's enough. Yeah? There's no more, like, I'm tired of it. And not to get angry about this stupidity, I will not go into it. So when Guruji asked, do these people come? And I'm saying, like, we asked, and they were actually purposely invited. And they said, no, they will not come. And I was really angry about this, because your Guru is coming to your city, and you can't put aside your small-mindedness, your little fights. Like, it's so stupid. And you know what he said when I said they will not come? Like, without a blink of hesitation, then I will go to them. And I'm like, what? We have one day in this place where we are like visiting this place and this place and this, and now you would even go to them. Yes, I will even go to them. So he made kind of the arrangement that they came. He made sure he called them and he invited them personally. So they came. And it was interesting, because I had to translate when they were in the room, how he treated them. It was a pure shower of love. There was no, you stupid idiots, can't you put aside your negativity and these small things? No, all he was saying is, when they were going on with the thing, yes, it is in the past. I'm not going into that drama. Just know I love you. Just know I love you. You belong to me, they belong to me. Just put it aside. Life is so short. Why you can't put it aside? Just be here now and be happy. Life is too short. Any moment can be the last moment. Be happy now. Enjoy. And even the words of the Guru, you could see that this small-mindedness was there and was almost like saying, yes, but, yes, but, yes, but. But he didn't go into it, and he was just keeping on saying, don't worry about it. I love you, and just enjoy. And he just give them a big hug, and that's it. And then he invites them for dinner, and he brings them all together, and you just observe that being like destroyed. Like I was just like, when are we gonna go to sleep? I'm completely exhausted. But he is like on a different, he's like full like he sits there and he talks to everybody, he entertains everybody, he gives and gives and gives and gives. 3 hours of satsang, then bhajan, then this, then it's just going on and on and on. Wow, very interesting. There was another like couple or family where I barely remember them because they were here like 10 years ago that I think that I connected with them. But they greeted me, so if you don't remember, you greet back. Yeah, so you don't want to make a bad impression. And they have a daughter. And the daughter is by now 9 or 10 years old because they couldn't have a child. And they were blessed by Guruji to have a child. And so I saw how he was interacting with that child. Like it was, I never saw Guruji like that. Like completely, to everybody, this is my child. Like proper father figure, mother figure, like this is my child because she was born of his blessing. And she reciprocated this feeling. And the love which was there, even though, again, they were not like so connected and so present, still he just gives and gives and gives, and you can feel that connection with him. It's with each one so special, so intimate, and so real above all. It's not some politics, it's not some, I need to be kind to you. No, it's real. It's absolutely real. And that was something which made me really, which is the perfect example. Because in his satsangs then he keeps on saying, like some elements of the satsang he was saying, you have to die while you are alive. He kept on repeating it. And it's not about this physical dying, because that's easy, that will happen anyway. But you have to die. What has to die? This ego has to die, this mind, this negativity. You have to put aside all those things. You have to die while you are alive. How you do that? By remembering again. Who am I? Why am I here? Whom do I belong to? Service, expressing that service, removing all suffering by having this knowledge. You have to die while you are alive. He was telling the story of Maya and Narayana, which was a very beautiful story. When Narayana when they created this world, they shared their presence in this world, how much they are relating in this world. They made 50-50. But Lakshmi was not happy about that because she knows that he's so attractive. If they're 50-50, they will all just run to him. Like if they have 50-50 presence in the world, everybody will just want him because he's more attractive. So she complained. And so Narayana said to her, okay, then let's make a different percentage. And she said, okay, 99 is mine and 1% is yours. 99 of the presence is mine and yours is 1%. And Narayana, without any hesitation, said, sure, you have 99, I have 1. And Lakshmi again was like, there's a trick behind. He's so attractive, even 1% will get everybody. So she said, one condition, I always will be in front of the people, showing them the beauty of this world and tempting them with everything from in front. And you with your 1%, you have to be behind, invisible. You should not be visible. They only get a slight perception that there is something. That must be enough. When people have that and they are attracted to you, then you can have them. Otherwise, they're all mine. Yeah? And it's from behind, from within. That's how Guruji mentioned it. Yeah. Again, what we see in the Siddhanta when we speak about this pratibhigna, this recognition which everybody of us has. Like when we meet Guruji, it is something which is unreasonable. Yeah, people meet Guruji. They have not. Oh, let me meet a Vaishnavacharya. Like, how many people are interested starting in Hinduism or something? No, we just are attracted somehow, and there's an inner recognition. So many people, which I met now also in Italy, new people which just came, and they don't know what's going on, but they just meet him, and suddenly they are breaking out in tears and hours of just crying and crying and crying and longing for him, and they're like, what's going on with me? Like rationally, there's no, I can't grasp it. What's going on? Well, that's that 1%. When that 1% is there, we have to grasp it. We have to, like a small plant. No? When there's a young plant, so that it can grow, what do you have to do with it? You have to care for it, no? You have to nurture it. You put a fence around so that people don't trample on it. Guruji has said it so often. The first grace in life is which one? This life itself. You have a human birth. You could wake up every day just saying thank you for being alive. The second grace is when this 1%, when this recognition is there, when this call is there. So he's also saying, don't take it for granted if you have this call, because there's so many people who don't have that call. If you have that call, don't think it's something so cheap. It is so precious. You have worked probably lives after lives after life to just get this little spark. So now what are we going to do with that spark? Are we going to kindle it? Are we going to nourish it? Or are we just going to let it go and let the 99% in front, let the problems, let the conflicts, let the separations take over? And to have it kindled, to have it nourished, we have to obviously do our sadhana, do our seva, do our japam, all those things. Study, yeah. Puja, it's not I have to. It's once I know how precious this is, I want to. It's not because I have to. It's because I want to, isn't it? And that changes everything. Because then life is not anymore, spiritual life is not, oh, now I have to do this, now I have to do this, oh. No, it's your intellect becomes more sharp and says, okay, if I want this, this is helpful, this is not helpful. He spoke about getting drunk with this madness of love. He was in every sangha, he was like just speaking about those terms, like die while you're alive, get mad in love, have a simple, fulfilled life in service. And it was all so beautiful. There was in the ashram in near Rome, we had a beautiful event, but also obviously in the ashram, sangha. No, everybody has their ups and downs, and there's some people who just have more rooted some scars of being the victim and so on. So at some point, we tried to ask Guruji, what should we do with that person? How can we help that person? We just were mentioning about the difficulty this person has to always be the victim, always being negative and so on. We just mentioned it. He was so irritated. He was just like there was almost a sadness or disgustness where he was like, why you talk to me about those things? Leave me with those things. Why can you people not just serve and be happy? Why can you not just remember who you are? Take life as this service. Serve and be happy. Why you always have to make a drama? Basically, don't bother me. You want to suffer? Suffer. Don't bother me. Don't come to me to ask me, remove my suffering. No, I give you everything and more so that you can be free from suffering. Bhakti removes all suffering. If it is this loving consciousness directed to Him, expressed in seva, it removes all suffering. But if you forget about that, then you will suffer. 99%, Maya will be in front of you. She has you. Why can you not just serve and be happy? So we obviously stopped bothering him. And, well, to conclude, it is just the beauty of the whole thing was to see how he is here to remind us all to collect the souls, to bring people together in that spirit, to awaken them. So many new people got in touch with him. And the way he calls them, it is always the most amazing thing to see. One last little anecdote. In the darshan, in the ashram, more than 1,000 people. The event goes on. Kitchen is full blast going. And at some point, at 10:30 in the evening, when many people already got darshan and most of the people are up in the restaurant wanting to eat, and so electricity and everything just off. And we're looking around and we find no solution to switch it on. Big problem. We have a big event. It is dark. We have 1,000 people, more than 1,000 people. We have to serve them food. And we don't have electricity. So we call our electrician, which luckily picks up at 10:30 in the evening, because he just came from work and he was just about entering the shower to take a shower. And we're like, please, big problem. And as he's a very kind-hearted person, he came. He came to the ashram, looked around, couldn't find what's going on, and then after some time looking, somehow the electricity came back. And Sarvananda, who is there in the ashram working with this man also, and this man has helped us many years already, and every darshan he was invited, like this was the 3rd darshan in the ashram, every darshan he was invited. The first darshan, he was in the line, but then he got the call that he has to go for emergency for work. So he had to leave the darshan. He didn't get darshan. The second year, he wanted to come for darshan, but somebody in the family died. So he couldn't come for darshan. The 3rd darshan, he was so busy, he wouldn't have come. But Guruji made sure he came. So electricity came back, and we just grabbed him and said, well, I guess there's another reason for you being here. Now you go and get darshan. So he got his darshan, and in that sense, let's always remember who we are. Let's always keep that prayer, the most important one. Let me serve you. Let me remember that I belong to you. And then we are free from all suffering, and we can express it every day, every moment by serving. Jai Gurudev.